Have you ever wondered how a single tweet can trigger a diplomatic crisis? This is exactly what happened between the Maldives and India recently. In the world of international politics, words carry an immense weight. A recent incident between the Maldives and India is a stark reminder of this. Three Maldivian deputy ministers, Malsha Sharif, Mariam Shuna, and Abdullah Mazum Majid, found themselves in hot water after making derogatory comments about Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on social media. They labeled him a clown, a terrorist, and even a puppet of Israel. But what sparked these inflammatory remarks? It all started with a video. A video of PM Modi, to be precise, promoting tourism in the Indian islands of Lakshadweep. Some perceived this as an attempt to divert tourists away from the Maldives, a country whose economy heavily relies on its luxury resorts scattered across its over 1,000 islands in the Indian Ocean. These comments did not sit well with the Indian High Commission, leading to a diplomatic fallout. The impact of these comments was immediate and far-reaching. The Indian High Commission raised concerns and Indian celebrities voiced their discontent. In no time, the Maldives government responded. The trio of deputy ministers was swiftly suspended, their words deemed unfitting of their positions. The swift action by the Maldives government was a clear attempt to control the damage and assuage the offended party. Simultaneously, the Maldives Ministry of Foreign Affairs stepped in, acknowledging the remarks, but clarifying that they did not represent the government's views. The comments had struck a nerve, and the reaction was quick, but the implications were far-reaching. The Maldives is a nation heavily reliant on tourism. The pristine beaches, crystal-clear waters, and luxury resorts attract tourists from all over the world, including India. The derogatory remarks about the Indian Prime Minister threatened to cast a shadow over the tourism sector, a major component of the Maldives economy. The incident also prompted former Maldives President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih to step into the spotlight. In a move to mend fences, Solih condemned the remarks and called for the preservation of the friendship between the two countries. His intervention underscored the importance of diplomatic ties between the Maldives and India, two countries that share a rich history and a strategic location in the Indian Ocean. This controversy also unfolded against a rather complex backdrop. It occurred just before President Mohamed Muizzu's state visit to China, a trip that shone a spotlight on the tussle for influence between India and China in the region. The incident, followed by Muizzu's visit to China, stoked speculations and raised eyebrows about the future of the Maldives' foreign policy. The incident has certainly raised questions about the future of diplomatic relations between the two countries. However, this incident is not just about a few derogatory comments. It's a part of a larger geopolitical contest. This brings us to the upcoming state visit of Maldives President Mohamed Muizzu to China. In the grand scheme of things, this visit is more than a mere diplomatic courtesy. It's a chess move in a game of influence between two Asian giants, India and China. President Muizzu, who won the elections last year, had made a rather bold promise during his campaign. He pledged to end the Maldives' long-standing India First policy. This policy has been a cornerstone of Maldives' foreign relations, prioritizing India's interests in the region. But with this promise, President Muizzu signaled a shift, a recalibration of alliances, and an openness to engage more closely with other powers like China. Moreover, President Muizzu also made a commitment to remove a small contingent of Indian military personnel from the Maldives. This contingent, although small in number, represents India's strategic presence in the Maldives, a nation of just over 500,000 people. Its removal could be seen as a significant step away from India and a possible move towards a closer relationship with China. Now, these pledges and the recent controversy over derogatory comments made by Maldivian officials about the Indian Prime Minister could be seen as isolated incidents. But they could also be seen as pieces of a larger puzzle. a puzzle that shapes the geopolitical landscape of the region. This tug-of-war between India and China for influence in the Maldives is not new. It's a part of a larger narrative that is playing out across Asia and beyond. The stakes are high, and the moves made by each player will have far-reaching implications. As we can see, a single spark can indeed start a diplomatic fire. It remains to be seen how this situation will evolve and what it means for the future of the Maldives-India relationship. So, what have we learned from this incident? We've seen that derogatory comments made by officials can lead to diplomatic fallout, as happened when 3 ministers from the Maldives insulted India's Prime Minister. The incident had potential impacts on tourism, a vital sector for the Maldives. The Maldivian government's response was swift, suspending the ministers and distancing themselves from the remarks. Moreover, we've understood the geopolitical context, particularly the rivalry between India and China for influence in the region. This incident has shown us that in diplomacy, every word matters. And in the digital age, a single social media post can have far-reaching implications.